Hello, everybody. How are y'all? I was trying to get the lighting right, and I thought it would be better to go like during the day, but I'm not feeling this lighting, so. I like it. There we go. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, moderator 148. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Jeannie. Yeah. See, it's really. Hey, Amzie. Oh, thank you. Wait, which way do I go? Yeah, that my husband shot that. Like that was his first deer. He's actually just went to the deer lease because we have a deer lease like right down the road from our house. So everybody, how are you guys doing this afternoon? I'm probably gonna have to because I want to treat this like a mirror and just like I can't be distracted because what I saw earlier was really, y'all are so sweet. Hey, Chronic. Hello, everybody. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Evolution. Trying to bring all you guys up. Hello, Cooch. Did I bring Evolution? Okay. And then that thing back there, I've got to find a spot for that. My husband uses that a lot. What are they? Inversion table. So we're in the middle of kind of redecorating this little space. They want to change it into a game area, even though my living room's right over here. Like to put a whole other TV. I don't know. I just don't know what I want to do with this space yet. So that's why. And he uses it a lot. So we just kind of put it over there out of the way. Mommy, hello. How are you? I'm going to turn this off though so we can get into what I came to go live about. You guys, and maybe I'll get more comfortable. Oh yes, I heard they're very good. He seems to see improvement. He does. I was also telling somebody today that a lot of my coworkers with back pain also see benefit from acupuncture if we're talking about non-traditional pain management. Mommy, you guys, by the way, if you didn't know yet, Mommy has a YouTube channel that she just started. It's going to be under Mommy Says Bad Words. I'm pretty sure if you go to her Instagram, she also probably has that in her bio or link tree, if I'm not mistaken. Mommy, if you can get, I wonder, can she can post a link? Would the link work if she posted, or does it have to be a moderator? Yeah, Clark, I'm getting there. Okay. But by the way, just go over there, subscribe to her. I'm probably going to be jumping on a lot. Her first live stream is Saturday, 8 my time, I believe. And we'll just be talking about some, off camera, 90 Day Fiance, things that are going on with the cast and the couples present and past. So, yeah, we will have fun over there. So go over there and subscribe because Mommy is funny and she has all the tea. And she's also on Instagram under the same name. Okay, let's get into this. So you guys, I know that everybody knows, or if you don't know of Heather and Dylan, if you're not familiar with the show Love After Lockup, they were two cast members, Dylan and Heather. I can't remember which season exactly, but about a year and a half ago. And since the show, they broke up. And I have watched Heather, and I've reached out to her actually after her live earlier because y'all, it was really one of the saddest things I've ever seen. And her followers didn't seem to really be, helping the situation. But I'm going to give a little bit of the backstory, and then we'll talk about the live that she just did, which, if I'm not mistaken, is still on her Instagram right now. So basically, I've watched Heather. Everybody seems to think she does have an active mental health issue. And that, but she says that Dylan has got people to, I know, right? I really just, as soon as I saw that, I was like, I've got to do a live stream about this because this girl needs some help. And I'm like, I'm not coming on here to bash her or to degrade her or belittle her. I really think that this is a woman that needs some help. And I'm not saying that to be snarky, as in like she does need medical help, but she also needs help just because I've seen her in the past few weeks living in a small storage trailer, and today she went on live as she was caught illegally squatting, allegedly, because according to her, some person that the actual owner of the property has never heard of. His name is David. He's supposedly in Switzerland. And yeah, so it was a horrible, horrible situation, and I really feel bad for her. But like I said, since the show, she has had just completely digressed in front of our faces due to Instagram live. She's been running from police. She's been depending on men for money. She admitted today that she has been escorting, and these are the men that are helping her, with places to stay and whatnot. At first, she was doing DoorDash. It seemed like she was doing okay. Then I think she went and drove the car across the country, and it broke down. And then, it kind of went downhill from there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because she's always seeming to get kicked out of gyms. I don't know if she is trying to stay in them after if she's staying there after they close, hiding in the gym or in a locker room. I'm not really sure, because it's really hit or miss that I pay attention to this, because it really is sad to see. She's got 3 small children that for some reason or another she can't get back to. The main reasons because she can't even shelter herself. So what is that? Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see. What are we talking about? Okay. Go ahead. What are you talking about, Julie? I'm sorry. I need to scroll up. I told you guys I've got to start doing some exercises where I really pay attention, or I can talk and pay attention, because it's like chewing gum and walking, I guess. Can't wait to see what. Y'all let me know in the chat. Anyway, so I don't even know where I was. But she's been in the hospital. I've seen her on her Instagram lives with goose eggs on her head from being beaten. Like I said, she's getting kicked out of gyms. She seems to be, yeah, exactly. And I will get to what happened today, and I'll play some of it on here, and we'll talk about it. I don't know really. And I did reach out to her, guys, because I was going to ask her for her Cash App, even though I know people are very reluctant to do that. But this woman, I mean, she needs, I believe that some of the issues are believable, such as the problems at the shelters that she's encountering as far as men. And I mean, she's not a big woman. I just, like I said, I feel very sad for her. I'm looking for her Instagram name now, and it is HLG Forever. But this is a little bit, so let me just give a little bit more background. So she's been doing this, recently in a storage container, and she had found a bullet in front of it. She's seemingly convinced that this is all some kind of a conspiracy that stems from Dylan, who she was on the show with, and she feels like this is all a setup with him and the police department and everybody else, that it's a conspiracy. And today on the live, she even said that CVS put a strange blue pill in her Adderall bottle, which a friend of mine and I were discussing this earlier, and we were like, that's probably typically not the best medication to be prescribed if this really is a mental health issue that is exacerbated to this point, or if she's encountering these problems. And it's just hard to tell. But I know that if she has been diagnosed with some kind of a mental health condition that could be causing these things, then maybe I don't know if the Adderall would be helping. But she is the one that was with Dylan. She had the really cute pixie cut. She's a really pretty girl. But yeah, so I can't remember what season. Dylan was green-eyed, really pretty nice looking gentleman as well. Just look up Dylan and Heather on Google. I'm sorry. I don't know what I can share, and I don't even know how to share yet. I really need to watch a YouTube video on how to do a YouTube video. So anyway, this is the live from earlier, and it is still up if you want to hear it in its entirety, but I can just play what I was able to capture this afternoon. And let me also stop. Let me stop by saying what I didn't capture, because I what I walked into when I walked into her live was, and I'd seen her posting from this beautiful place the last few days. She'd been posting. I was like, huh, I figured somebody helped her out. Like every time she is staying somewhere that's not, you know, out what seems to be in a storage unit or in a gym for extended amounts of time, I feel like that when she does have a place to stay, somebody is helping her, which is seems awesome. But according to her, she is being helped by men that take advantage of her, which, like I said, I believe a lot of the things that she does say. I believe, because it's obvious she had a huge bump on her head not too long ago from, she said, a tire iron. So I do understand and believe, I mean, she's not making all of it up. So People Be Trippin' is a good source of info on Reddit. What is that? But yeah, so anyway, everybody in her chat seems to think she's nuts. And I mean, and that might be an issue. She really might be having a mental health issue, in which case I think instead of everybody, you know, pointing out that she's crazy and nuts and lost her mind and making fun, I think it'd be a little bit more beneficial to at least try to extend some kind of a resource or help that she could actually use. But like I said earlier, I opened her live and she was live and she was in this bathroom, nice bathroom, glass shower. Oh, is it? Okay. I didn't realize that that was the thing. Evidently she has a whole subreddit. So I went in and she was talking about people freaking out. And that's where I walked in and I saw some man that looked like maybe a maintenance man, or, you know, coming through what looked like a bathroom, which is obviously a bathroom. And she starts going, is the world about to end? She was saying something was crazy. I guess that people were messing with her about where she was staying or whatever. So he was like, I don't know if the world's going to end, but you need to run because the police have been called. So she was evidently talking about an incident that happened earlier where the actual owner of the place she had been staying for the last several days was like, who are you? What are you doing here? And she was like, David told me I can stay here. He is in Switzerland. He emailed me. I had the key. I lost it in the sewer. A locksmith came and he gave me the key back. You know, and so basically what you're about to hear is prior to the police showing up and Heather being notified that they were on their way. I believe it's. Hold on, I just realized I need to attach. I've got my earbuds attached to the wrong thing, so hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay. So I have all my belongings here. I've literally been here working. Doing nothing is when I sit down to work. Anytime I'm working, writing down the truth, you know, getting the actual facts of the case together, they cause some sort of huge scene. So I've been laying here trying to like rest for 4 days and everything's been fine. No one has an issue. But as soon as I start working on the case and trying to like make progress in my life, then all of a sudden there's an issue. It's absolutely insane. And how dare you continue to like put me in harm's way and like cause these issues for me? This is terrifying. I cannot live this way. This is unbelievable. Seriously. Ugh, I hate this. She's like, you need to pack up your belongings right now, or I'm calling the police. I'm like, I would prefer it if you did call the police. If you're not going to identify yourself, I don't know who you are. Please do. Like, please do. Please do call the police. And I'm not supposed to be going to the gym anymore because they don't appreciate me. So it's like so much bad news
always over and over, how are you guys doing? Is everything normal for you guys in your lives? Like, am I the only one having this crazy shit go on? I'm so lost. Like, I'm at such a loss.
I'm going to stop right there. I wish I could show the video. I'm serious. When I said I need to watch a YouTube video on how to do a stream, I need to, because I'm not sure even how to do that at this point, but I'll get there. And plus, it's still on her IG, so I think that would, not that she would be striking me for any reason, or maybe she would, I don't know. But I just would rather play it safe and at least just give the audio. It's still up, so if you guys want to reference it, we can. And yes, are you kidding me, Clark? Of course, I remember Allison from Intervention. And yes, it is the worst. It really is. That you think so? You're talking about the girl with the glasses, right? Well, I did notice that whenever and I'm only speculating, it could smell like gasoline for 1,000 reasons. But when she was leaving and part of this live, she said, "Oh my God, my jacket smells like gasoline." And I'm not saying that's what she's doing at all. I have no idea, because like I said, I hit or miss and catch these lives, and there's probably, a lot more that I don't know, but she did mention that. So let's continue.
David is in Switzerland. I have numerous Daves, and I'm not going to, it's not a crime for me not to give information about someone who doesn't want their information to be given. And I'm never going to give their information. Those are my clients. Their information is protected with me, and I'm not going to give it, period. There are no signs of forced entry. I'd like them to pull the logs on this building. As a matter of fact, I don't think I should leave. I think that when the police arrive, we should wait and have the documents checked, because I don't believe that that woman is the owner. I don't believe it for one moment. Not for one moment. Not at all. But anyways, the fact of the matter is, if they want me to just give out my client's information, what kind of a person would I be to do that? Like, it's confidential. They give me the information in confidence that I will not release it. So do you think I'm going to be able to continue getting clients for any sort of business if I just go passing out their information? Probably not, right? It's so ridiculous. These people are unbelievable. I just went out and bought cleaning supplies, spent all my money. This is what they do every fucking time, dude. For anyone who's been watching the pattern, the sequence of events of everything that they do, as soon as I spend my money, invest a little bit into keeping up the space, they make a big something happen so that I have to leave. And also, I'd like you guys to be aware of not only the patterns in what's been going on, but the fact that they want me to keep moving around, and I don't want to move. Like, I'm straight where I am. This is my home. This is where I've lived. This is the same area that Dylan and I lived together, near 2037 West Roscoe. Like, I've just had enough of it. It's nonstop. It is nonstop. How much stress can one person really have? Like, literally. How much?
And I see her, she has to be stressed out. And I'll tell you, I don't understand. What I don't understand is why, she was there for 4 days. I feel like even if it's at McDonald's, or even if it's at a convenience store, or even if it's somewhere, that those 4 days at least could have been used to try to get, and maybe she is, from what she says, nobody will hire her. And for being somebody that is living, out of gyms and storage containers, I feel like she does not look like you would never know that she did. She looks, clean and well put together. But yeah, so I just feel like I felt so bad for her, now that I'm seeing, I guess, some people that pay a little bit more attention say that she declines all help. That might be even another symptom of something else going on. But I just can't imagine, having to have no other options but to live in, other people's homes. And I feel like that, I don't know. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, we got to help her. Like, at least find somebody. Oh, Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's could be a problem, but I don't know that does she usually deletes her lives, right? But for some reason she kept this one and like she's in her stories still like just walking with all of her stuff. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, says Google her. Her sex work stuff is everywhere. She sadly appears to have either let herself be exploited or made some bad choices about what she put on the internet. Okay, well, I didn't realize she had her escort stuff, but on the internet. But like I said, she does admit that when the police and she blocks people. I wonder why, other than an exacerbation of her issues. It's like she has problems and can't face the fact that her life is the way it is because of her and nobody else. Maybe it makes her feel better. Maybe. And that's really, and until, I feel like, in my opinion, that until people can accept things and choices that they're making and change those, like make a conceited effort to change these things, then they're not going to change. Um, So it says she thinks anybody that offers her help is working for Dylan. Yeah, but like I've spoke with her before, and I wish I could have gotten through to her earlier after her live, because I would have at least, posted her Cash App or something. Like, because this is incredibly sad, and I just feel like if she could get somewhere to stay that she's legally staying in for like a day or two, at least it'll give her a break and maybe she can use that time to go get a job of any kind, that's not, and I don't know if escorting is legal there or whatever, but that's extremely dangerous. And oh my gosh, this goes a little bit deeper than I realized. So let's continue to listen.
Chaos and pain and shit can you drag an innocent person through before they start to retaliate, before bad things start happening to you people. Like I'm over it. I'm over it. Or bullets in front of my storage space 4 days ago, right? I took a video of it. It's been non-stop intimidation, non-stop threats, non-stop stalking, slander, harassment. It's not funny to me. Like, I know to some people, maybe this is a joke or maybe it's enjoyable. It's not funny to me. I want my life back. This is not funny. Like, whoever the fuck is behind this shit, it's not funny to me. And I'm of sound mental health, and there's nothing wrong with me, and I want to be left alone. I'm tired of this. Like, enough already. God. So ridiculous. I'm literally like packing up all the stuff that I bought to stay here.
And so, like, basically, when she started saying, "I'm packing up everything," and I was running errands earlier. I was literally listening to this, and I would just look at my the chat whenever I was either stopped at where I was going or the red light. But I'm like, why are you packing belongings if you are there lawfully? And the man David that gave you the key did it legally. Like, I would be there waiting for the cops outside. Like I'd be on the phone with David. She says later that she's only able to contact him via email and keeps talking about these emails, but I never saw any produced, and I never saw anything that the owner wanted to see or anything like that unless it happened after the fact. She claims something is wrong with her, but months back was yelling about her bipolar meds not being filled. Problem was she ate too many and insurance wouldn't pay for it. Okay. Well, and if she's on bipolar, I'm not sure because I don't deal anything with mental health. I'm just speculating. If she is in a crisis of, mania, because bipolar is a disease that contains both depression and if you look at it as a pendulum, in the middle of the pendulum is normal baseline, and then a swing to the far left. And the more left you get is depression till a full-on depressive episode, and then the other way it swings is you get into anxiety, which manifests itself into a complete manic state. And I don't know, again, this is what I've come to understand, if that people that are in a manic state or a psychotic manic state or whatever the case may be, not that she's in a psychotic state at all, but just a state of anxiety and mania, that the medication she showed on the live earlier would probably even make that symptom worse. So, and then everybody in the chat is saying that she also huffs at things, and I've not, evidently there was a picture that was seen. And I guess the question would be like, okay, maybe it's just her duster for her computer, but I'm not sure that she owns a computer. So, so she's popping instant release Adderall like Tic Tacs, exacerbating the mania. Exactly, it really is. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what I saw today was really sad, and I feel like that she needs some kind of help, whether it be resources for mental health, people that are considered indigent in that area, somewhere that she can get some kind of warm bed that's legal and lawful, and get some serious attention to herself, because like she says, yes, they make instant release Adderall, and they make capsule Adderall that are extended release. Hers are tablets. And then she even said, so see, Clark's been watching, and I was surprised to see him in her chat today, because I didn't know that he followed her or paid attention to this. And usually, like I said, I don't go in there very often, but I did today. And people that are in the chat normally are saying that they can see differences when she's out of her medications. But she also says in this live that even CVS is in on this conspiracy against her, because it looked like a it looked like a blue pill, and it looked like a piece of chalk, really, is what it looked like. And so that they gave her some kind of 5 milligram something or other, I don't even know, but a blue pill within her Adderall bottle. So, so sometimes Angel, Adderall does calm some people down. Some people, you give them Adderall with true ADHD, that's really a true hyperactivity disorder. You give a lot of those patients Adderall, it does seem to calm them down. Some of them, it even makes them sleepy. But yeah, it does speed people up that do not exactly, Clark, have the actual diagnosis or use it as a recreational drug. So see, lithium helps me until something major bad happens in my life. So there's lots of drugs, even, I mean, and lithium's really a drug that I've heard of being prescribed a lot. Now let's kind of, I guess it went away for a while, and then I've heard of doctors prescribing that again. But like I was discussing earlier, she really just needs something that's an everyday medication that treats both depression and anxiety, in my opinion, to keep this at bay. But she also probably really needs something for this acute state that she's in, so that she can get herself together. She seems like if she would just, take the help, and get herself something to level her off, she could actually just get up off of her feet and make this a thing of the past. Let's listen to some more.
January, and it's like, do you guys, I don't know if you guys could possibly fathom like not having anywhere to go and then having someone tell you, I got you till January, you're straight, like no worries, and then you move in and it's like 4 days later it's a joke. Like, that's not funny. It's not funny to me at all. This is so ridiculous. Anyways, I'm gonna continue packing up my belongings with you guys on live, because God only knows what type of weird shit they're up to next. Like, it's nonstop. It is nonstop. And she's not the owner. That woman is not the owner. I know for a fact she's not. So, I know that she's not. This is so crazy. And David doesn't get back to me like that. Like, I asked George to open the place for me, And he's like, yeah, have David email me. And so I emailed David. I'm like, David, can you please email George and tell him to open place? I had a key here. I lost it in the sewer. So David is emailing George, and I'm sitting there for like 4 hours, overnight even, waiting for him to email him. It's the same shit with Ed. Trying to get anyone to do anything when they're doing favors for you, it happens at their time. And you can't be upset about that. Like, you just have to be grateful for the help, you know? But it's like, what the fuck? At some point, I've got to catch a break. Like, what the fuck is going on all the time? I can't deal with this. I cannot. I literally cannot. This is so abusive and so extra. They need to stop. They need to get the fuck away from me and leave me alone and let me heal. Like, they took one place from me. Now they tell me that they're getting me a house. I move in, and all of a sudden, this is just wild. It's like one fucking shit show after the other. I cannot. I am so sick of this. Fuck. And for that man to tell me to run, like, what are you, run? People who don't commit crimes, people who are innocent, don't run. Why would I run? Like, what the fuck would I run for? This is so ridiculous. I don't even know what else to say. Every single time I sit down and start working. Every single time. Every fucking time.
Okay, so now she's just going to keep packing, and then, I'm just going to fast forward until the police actually get there, which is like soon. But yeah, thank you very much, Katz. I appreciate it. And it is, like I said, I wish I had a way to reach out to her, but I don't. So if any of you do or have, then please, by all means, tell her to check her DMs. Okay, so I'm going to play a little bit of the rest of this. Okay, this is where she talks about the Adderall.
You know what else, you guys? I want you to see. Hold on.
Julie, that was my plan. I just didn't, like I said, I figured that she'd get my DM, but I forgot that when I spoke with her, it was on my other page. So all the DMs that are going in to her now are filtered. So if anybody's spoken with her, ask her, and I'll definitely, here's the link also if anybody wants to come up. And if anybody, I don't know if you can copy and paste. Well, good, Shaylin, maybe you can let her know that if she would like to come up and discuss this, then she can. But let's play the rest.
So this is Adderall. I take 10 milligrams in the morning and 10 in the afternoon. Look at this that they dispensed me from CVS. The blue one. That's supposed to be a 10 milligram. It completely dissolved on its own. And you really want to believe that no one's trying to hurt me and that this isn't a complete setup over and over and over again for 2 years? We have all the proof right here. All of it and then some. So. The police just arrived, so let's see what they have to say. Thank God. Officers! Officers! Hello? Officers! I can't wait to get their information down and just get all of this taken care of because it's been so long. They've been literally dragging me through shit for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason.
Okay, let me fast forward a little bit until they get in here. But basically, she's just going to go on to explain.
I don't know who you are, Mr. Roy. This is my first time ever meeting you, but I'd like to ask you, Mr. Roy, to step aside while I deal with the officers directly. Thank you very much. Just says that you let her? No. So basically, what's been going on is I found myself homeless. I had a domestic situation that my ex and I got into an issue. My children went to live with their father, and he kicked me out of my own apartment. I've been trying to get in court about that ever since, but I haven't been able to get a court date. That's an unrelated issue. I've been reaching out to some of my old clients because I used to escort and asking them for help. A lot of them, real estate developers, things of that nature. So one of them told me that he was building this for Airbnb purposes and that I could stay here until January while I got my shit together. I just came in a week ago. I unpacked everything. I went across the street, bought cleaning supplies, food, everything. Unpack. I'm sleeping. I'm laying down. No issues. The second I pull out my notebook, just being recorded on same. I'm recording as well. The second I pull out my stuff to start writing down all of the details of what I need to do next and the next steps to get my shit together, this woman who I don't know comes in and starts yelling and screaming at me. I was also on the phone with T-Mobile, so they also recorded it. Okay. I did not start any. I tried to calmly explain to her. I asked her who she was. She refused to identify herself because, from what I know, I'm supposed to be here. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? I look up and you're here. So she refuses to identify herself, tells me to just pack my stuff and get out. I call the police. Well, she called the police first, and then I also called the police because I didn't want her to tell them some lie. And then I just started packing my stuff, and that's it. Okay. So who is this person that gave you? Do you have his contact? He's in Switzerland, and yeah, he's the one who owns this building. And you say this is your parents? He's lying. It's a lie. We're the G6. We're billing. We just came to prepare it. Because the guy is taking picture. And I hear this voice, and I go, she explains to her this whole story that somebody let her in. There's no date. I'll let you explain your part. So we're just trying to. I'm sorry. How did she get in? Okay, so here's the problem. Yeah. I don't know who let you stay here. Obviously, I don't know the situation. But the plain fact that you have no lease to stay here, you have to stay here. Don't they have to do some sort of No, because you don't reside here. The ID doesn't say you reside here. You have no bills here. You have no. So crazy. I understand. I'm not trying to put you in a bad situation, but I'm trying to explain to you because you don't have nothing that says you stay in this place. But why do they keep on letting me believe that I have a new place and then it's bullshit? I'm sorry that's happening to you. I really am. But like I said, where we stand right now is you can't stay here. Okay. So I just spent all my money on food and cleaning supplies, and now I have to just pack it up and go walk down the street. I don't know. People are such haters, dude. I swear to God. I can try to get you some information to places that you can go. No, I went already. I've got a long list of the supposed shelters. Nothing is available. I went to a shelter on Lincoln Park, and I was threatened. A group of men. They wanted to do sexual whatever. There's no locks on the door. There's 33 men to 4 women. 4 women. You know what? CPD has a lot of resources. They don't. I've gone every day and I recorded it. It's all public. It's all on my Instagram. This has been going on 2 years now. There's nothing. There's literally nothing available at all. If there were, I would be doing this still. I have 3 kids. I want to be with my children. I understand that. I got children too, so I completely understand. I've been with them their whole life before this shit started. I just want to be with my kids. I understand, man. But like I said, at this point, you would. So did they show that they live here? Did they show an ID with this address? Did they show? This is their property. How do you know? I don't believe that for one moment, unless that's his wife. His wife's parents. So I don't believe that. Did they show proof of that? Did they show proof of that though? You saw proof of that? It's bullshit.
So evidently, yeah, Dixie, I watched it too, and it broke my heart as well. It really did. Hi, True Living. Who's she talking to? She's talking to the police because she says one of her clients, David, has given her the key. He's out of the country in Switzerland, and you know, he's given her the key that she lost, so she can't produce the key because it is. She said she dropped it in the sewer when she was on her way to the gym, and so the key is not available. But it, you know, she goes on and she actually goes to talk to the actual lister, the person that has the property listed, and tells her the whole story about how she's been on this reality TV show. And ever since then, it's been complete hell because Dylan is setting her up. And like I said, this has literally, guys, literally been going on. I mean, is it over a year now? I mean, it's just one thing after another. She's getting hurt. She's living in a little bitty, you know, nothing by nothing container, not container, but storage, inside storage unit. And it says that's what she was referencing with the dissolved Adderall. She thinks that the man has been spiking her drugs, or the government. So also believes CVS is now, I guess, on the conspiracy. So like I said, this is literally what I'm seeing as a mental health exacerbation that has not been treated for a very, very long time. As you know, like I said, every time she goes live, it's usually because somebody is following her or something is going on to where she feels like she's being targeted again. And I don't know if somebody can reach out, but like I said, I've tried, because she's got to get some help in both to protect her physically and to protect, you know, her mental state, because it seems like she's pretty fragile at this point in time. So, but that's about it. I think, let's see, the rest, that she ends up getting dressed and she ends up leaving. Then she is on her stories on Instagram right now. It looks like she is, this is her current Instagram story.
I'm so over it. Steve, what the fuck? I think there are some people planning to own your building who actually do not own it. They just kicked me out. The police were super cool about it. But that's not their building. I know Dave would never lie to me. He just would never do that. So I don't know, you guys, watch my Instagram live if you want to see the latest fucking bullshit in my life. I don't even know. Like, maybe it is time to leave Chicago. But Chicago is my home and my babies are here. And like, it's so sad. I don't want to leave them. I just got done. Oh, what a shit show. I'm so over this.
So now it sounds like, I'm not sure where she's at right this minute. I'm kind of looking up some places for that she could for resources right now, but
so
I can't tell where she's at, but she's somewhere inside.
From what I can tell from the police, from what they've said, the entire city is dealing with shit like this. And I keep asking the viewers from all over the place if they're dealing with things like this in their town, respectively, in the United States as well as worldwide. I haven't really gotten any answers. Are things weird by you guys? Just population super low, people being taken and held against their will, disappearing for days at a time, addresses being filed incorrectly, ownership of buildings being taken by people who don't own them, etc., and so forth. That's what I've observed here. What's going on by you guys?
So, yeah, I just need some information. I'm going to look up, I wish I knew how to better do this when I was on here, like women's, there's got to be a women's homeless shelter or something in the city of Chicago. What I do know about Chicago is that there's crimes there all the time. And she is literally on her own, walking the streets with a suitcase, live streaming everything. So everybody knows her situation. And to me, she's in imminent danger. Like I said, I've already seen her hospitalized um, once for being beaten. Let's see. It looks like there are several women's shelters in Chicago, and I think that just by a simple Google search that she could see that. I mean, I don't know if they're full. I guess I can actually call and check. It looks like there's one called the Maria Shelter on 7320 South Yale Avenue. Phone number 773-651-8372. And that's open 24 hours a day. It looks like it's down the one from the Lincoln Park Community Center, but it's quite a ways. But I don't know. I'm sure that if somebody could reach out to her and let her know that there are places that we can call and check on for her. But I am too, Angel, and that's exactly what I thought of. Sorry, I'm trying to go through everyone. That's what my immediate thought process was something bad is going to happen to her. Like the injury she had prior to was pretty, it was pretty gnarly. It was big. It was a big goose egg on her head. That was just, it looked horrible. And I just feel for the girl. And I feel like maybe if she just had, it's hard to seek out mental help when you're having a mental health crisis. And I just think that maybe if she had a resource and somewhere to, whatever she needed, that maybe she needs some medication or to be seen by a physician. So it's just very sad. And so, like I said, if any of you have ever corresponded with her, maybe you can reach out and I can call this place that I just found at least. I'll DM her. So if anybody has DM'd her, you can just tell her to check the DMs I send her. And maybe could pay for an Uber or something that could get her there. I don't know. That's all I can think of. That's just the shelter part. There's also a whole nother aspect of getting her some kind of indigent-based mental health care, which again, I don't live in that area. I have no idea how backed up that system is, but I mean, there has to be some resources available. So, because I just don't want to see this girl get hurt or injured, or, she's got 3 little children. And maybe, just all the stuff with Dylan, maybe it really just triggered some kind of issue that she had, because people with mental health usually are born that way. And it takes a trigger to, initiate it into your mental state, I guess how to say it. But and maybe that's what did it. But none of us knew her prior to, so we don't know her history. But what I am seeing right now is something that seems subacute and needs to be treated. Exactly. See, exactly. So it's just something, and as long as you can get these patients to maintain compliance, then they can have a fruitful, great, normal quality life. But it's the hard part is to get them to understand the need for their compliance, and that it's so stigmatized. Mental health is so stigmatized in this country and in the world, and it needs to be. And I believe it's somewhat starting to open up, and the stigma is starting to become less, because everybody needs to realize that, when you have a mental illness, it's just like having diabetes or having high blood pressure. This is something that can be treated, and it's treated great with certain medications. And sometimes it takes, trying different things, but the understanding needs to be that a chronic health issue is a chronic health issue, whether it's physiological, whether it's, whatever the case may be, mental, physical, they're all chronic health issues that can be managed with compliance and with, medications and other kind of therapies that are available. So I'm not sure. That's exactly what I was thinking, Angel. If we could find her somewhere, or if she could find somewhere to stay that's stable, that provides her stability, that she could just, get her mind around things. She could go and do interviews and get a job. And it would be a slow process, but eventually saving money and, being able to get on her feet maybe could actually, help in conjunction with some kind of treatment. Okay, good, Clark. I know you're not kidding. I know you're not. I know you will. But I am going to jump off here. I've almost been here for an hour. I just wanted to, I agree, Stephanie Johnson. She needs to be in a safe place to regroup because can you imagine? How could you try to, remedy yourself from a panic state of mind whenever you're in a place that you don't know whether or not is stable or safe? To me, that would just continue. And I think maybe that's why it's continued for so long. That's why we're seeing her go live and her being chased and all these things and this paranoid behavior, because maybe she has not yet had, since being kicked out of her place, a place to stay that was stable, that she wasn't getting hurt or harmed, that wasn't, to where she didn't. I feel like she's having to look, behind her back consistently, and maybe just having that, not having to be on, sleep with one eye open type situation could get her to where she could actually work on herself. Her IG is HGL. I think we just said it earlier. It's HGL. And she still has it forever. HGL forever. I'll put it in there, and it's an underscore after. So that's it. So if anybody can reach out, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and make that call. Hopefully Clark is driving around, because she can't be far from Lincoln Park if she said that's where she was the other day. And I'm not sure, and also the storage unit, but I'm sure there's tons of storage units. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and talk about this today, because it was sad. And sometimes I feel for people that, that under normal circumstances would be thriving, most likely, and under the treatment of a physician would be thriving and doing well and being able to be with their children and kind of get out of this mental prison that she's in. It's just sad. And like I said, I just wanted to come on and talk about it. I've learned a lot, that she's been refusing help and whatnot. But again, I really think that might be a characteristic or almost a symptom of what she's going through, is refusing help, because in order to take help, you need to admit that there's a problem. And I feel like that sometimes that could be an issue with people that are in a crisis. They can't recognize things that they need to do to help themselves. So I really hope that we can find some kind of something to help her do something. Because it's just kind of makes you feel helpless when you're watching somebody go through these things and there's no way to at least offer to assist. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Thursday. It's 5 o'clock. I've got to start thinking about dinner and doing all that stuff. But thank you all for coming. I appreciate all of you being here. I guess I can do this with my face. But thank you all for being here. I don't even know where to look on here. I know where to look on my phone. And we will be back with some more content soon. Although I would consider this content just because we're speaking about actual topic instead of other things. I just really thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of just reach out to people and make sure that they understand that there are resources, and specifically Heather, because what I saw today was extremely sad. And I just feel like power in numbers, and lots of people can help if we all pull together. So anyway, y'all all have a wonderful day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.